Thank you, Jolene. Thanks, everyone. In this age of Starbucks, McDonald's, and Subway, pretty much anywhere you go, it's still a delight for me to always try to find something that's regional and unique to the different places I travel. And perhaps if you haven't been to Canada before, you're not one of the border areas, you might not have heard of poutine, but it's going to come up quite a bit in your stops in Quebec, so I just wanted to point it out to you in case it's something that you want to try. So have an open mind about it, because it's going to seem a little strange at first, but give it time. So we start off with French fries. Most people like French fries. And then we add some cheese curds to it. If you're from the Wisconsin area, you know all about cheese curds. They'll be really squeaky. And then we throw some gravy on top of that. And it's a special kind of gravy. It's like not quite a beef gravy, not quite a chicken gravy. It's its own flavor, and you can see you can buy it at any grocery store as well to make your own poutine at home in Canada. And it comes from an area that we're going to be visiting in a few days originally, but it's now spread not throughout just Quebec, but all of Canada as well. It comes from this area down called the Centre du Québec, and it's a region of Quebec that is right across the river from Trois-Rivières, one of our stops that we're going to make in a couple of days. Now, the origin story is much like the origin stories of many foods. For example, I was doing some research once on bananas, and there's 3 different towns in the United States that claim to have invented the banana split. So it's the same when it comes to poutine. There is a restaurant, the Restaurant Idéal in Warwick, that claims to be the birthplace. There is another restaurant called Le Roi Giuseppe in Drummondville that claims to be the birthplace. There's another one in Nicolet, very close to Trois-Rivières, and there's another one as well in Plessisville. So there's 4 different locations in this little tiny region that all say, we invented poutine. But it was the Roi Giuseppe in Drummondville that somehow convinced the Canadian Intellectual Properties Office to actually give them a certificate saying that they invented poutine, and it hangs very proudly in the restaurant there. So why is it called poutine? Well, poutine is an archaic French word for messy. And apparently, when a trucker came in once and asked for some cheese curds to be added onto his fries and gravy, because a lot of cheese production in this area, the owner of the store said, "Ça va faire une maudite poutine," which in English means that's going to make a darn big mess. And for some reason, that's the part of the phrase that stuck around to make poutine. Now, you can get it now at almost anywhere in Canada, even chain restaurants. Harvey's is like an equivalent to McDonald's, and they make a better poutine than McDonald's does. So if you're going for the chain, I go for something like Harvey's. But in the Quebec City area, there's a whole chain of just poutine restaurants. All they do is sell poutine. It's called Chez Ashton, and they've been around for about 40, 50 years now. Montreal has another one, the Banquise, which is a similar chain, but the best place is from a food truck. So if you want to get good poutine, like pretty much any food in the world, if you want the best stuff, you go to a food truck. And what can you add to it? Well, Au Pied de Cochon, which is a Michelin-starred restaurant, they have made one with Chateaubriand on top and a truffle-inspired sauce to go with it. At La Banquise, they have about 40 different poutines on order. This is just a snapshot of some of the ones that you can choose, including the Elvis, the T-Rex, and a little bit of everything, the couvre-feu as well. And in the first week of February in Canada, we actually celebrate Poutine Week, where different restaurants try to come up with different concoctions, like the one at the bottom, which is like a surf and turf with both steak and lobster on top of their poutine. If you want to find out more about it, there's a book about poutine, 87 different recipes, or you can go for the Advanced Poutine Cookbook if you want to really get going. I'm not quite sure what's in that one. I still have to get my hands on that one. There's even a biography of poutine that was just published last year as well. There's a great, if you just even search the title out, there's some great radio presentations and podcasts connected to that. And most importantly, you're going to want to say it correctly. Now, I've been standing up here saying poutine, which is the French pronunciation. It's kind of like a p, and then you forget the rest, and you just add the tin on the end of it. But in English-speaking Canada, it is very, very acceptable to say poutine. So if you want to say poutine, that's absolutely fine. During my research for this, I came across something from an area of New Jersey, just outside of New York, that has something called disco fries, which looks a little bit similar, but that looks more like mozzarella cheese to me, which we would never put on, and the gravy doesn't look quite right. I came across another horrible picture, don't ever order this, where it looks like they just put cheese slices on top and then stuck it in the microwave. So if you get something like that in Quebec, you report it to the government right away and they will shut that place down. Now, finally, if you go to France and think, well, they speak French here, they speak French in Quebec, I'll order some poutine, do not do that. Because number one, they don't have any poutine in France. And number two, in different places of the world, different languages, we pronounce people's names differently. And if you go to France and say, I'd like some poutine, please, this is what you're going to get, because that's how you pronounce his name in French. So please, 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 do not do that.